Today we're talking about email marketing for massage therapists. I'm so excited about this one because surprisingly, people do read their emails and they do work. We're joined today by the lovely Gael Wood, and we'll cover why email marketing works, the most successful types of emails you should be sending. We'll break them down quite nicely for you. And we'll also touch on how ClinicSense can help you streamline and automate your emails. Just a quick shout out to ClinicSense for making all these lunch and learns possible for us. And for anyone who is not familiar with ClinicSense but is intrigued for using ClinicSense for their business, this is the deal. ClinicSense is an all-in-one practice management solution, and it is their mission to help you run and grow a successful business. So what makes ClinicSense unique is how easy it is to use, the tools and features available to simplify running your business. And on top of that, it has incredibly fast and very friendly customer support. Big shout out to the customer support team. They are so great. Your charting is easy, fast, customizable, and HIPAA and PPEDA compliant. Scheduling is simple for both you and your clients. Invoicing, payments, and reporting tools help you feel confident about your finances. And of course, we'll touch on this a little bit today. The marketing tools will help you build and maintain really strong relationships with your clients. This will help you increase client retention and manage your online business reputation as well. If you're not a customer, we do offer a 14-day free trial. If you want to get signed up or just chat to our success coaches, give me a shout in the comments and I'll hook you up. And then just a quick look at what we'll talk about today. We will cover email marketing for your business, what it is, why it's important, the 5 most effective emails you should be sending, and automating your email marketing. And of course, onto the task at hand, I have the pleasure of introducing our guest speaker, Gael. We've had a few chats with Gael before. She's amazing. She's so good at what she does. She's so knowledgeable and experienced, 29 years of experience, in fact. She's also the host of the Massage and Spa Success Summit coming up soon. We'll touch on that a little bit later. We're all very excited about that one. She's also the co-founder of Global Wellness Professionals Marketing Summits and the Work Freedom Summit. If you want to know more about Gael, we'll give you links on how to reach her and find out more about the incredible stuff she does at the end of our talk. All righty, Gael, thank you so much for joining us.
Well, I'm so excited to be here. I could talk about email marketing for hours, but I know that we only have a lunch break. Plus, most people probably don't want to talk about email marketing for hours.
We'll take 1 hour.
So I just love it because it's so effective, like you were saying. And this will jump straight into my first point. But when you're emailing people, they're already on your list. So they know you from somewhere. They have joined your list on purpose. Most, I'd say, massage therapists, it's because they have had a massage from you in the past. And you get to skip past all of the other phases of marketing, like that awareness phase where people have to learn that your business even exists. And then, you know, that phase where they're thinking about getting a massage and shopping around. You're skipping past all of that. These people already know you. And if they're on your list, I'd say they most likely already like you. And so this email marketing is just an amazing way to solidify that relationship, stay in touch, and, you know, just give those continual nudges and reminders and relationship builders so that when the people that you've massaged before, maybe they're not regular clients for whatever reason, they aren't doing a weekly massage or even a monthly massage, but you're going to be top of mind when they're ready for their next massage because you've stayed in touch and because you've done it consistently. So, and if you're using ClinicSense already, it's free. You know, you don't have to run ads. You just have to put in a little time and energy and get your emails out there. So that's what we're going to talk about today, is some of the types of emails that you can send and just really building up that consistency and some of the results that you might be able to expect. So email marketing, it strengthens that relationship with people who already know and like and trust you. And I don't know, you know, think about times when you've gotten services different places. You've gotten a haircut, maybe you get your nails done, even massages, of course. Hopefully you're out there getting massages as well. And then you never ever hear from those people again. And
Yeah.
or all you get is marketing promotions. You know, that both of those feel kind of icky.
Yeah.
My opinion, I would like to hear, hey, thanks for coming in. It was great to see you. Thanks for being a customer. That little bit goes so far in building that relationship, because if you're doing this consistently, you are absolutely going to stand out in your marketplace, because most people are not putting in the time and effort. So we're going to be creating those connections, and we might not think about things like our clients wondering, does the therapist want me to come back? But I've had that thought as a customer many times. I'm like, I've never heard from, that esthetician or that massage therapist. Maybe they didn't like me.
Yeah.
So, staying in touch is important because it does strengthen that relationship. Email marketing, very low cost. There is a learning curve. I will absolutely say that there's a learning curve, and kind of getting your systems in place and figuring out your style of emailing me or emailing. But once you get that kind of sorted out, which might take a few months, so stick with it. It's going to be really quick and really easy. And you'll start to kind of get the compounding effect of the people on your list knowing that they're going to get that email from you every Sunday night with your availability for the week. Your clients will start to expect it, and you'll see your bookings go up even more. So that's one of the types of emails we'll talk about in just a few minutes. So the other thing I love about email marketing is that you own your client list. That's yours. Yes, people might unsubscribe. That's okay. That's their business. It's their inbox. But that list is an amazing business asset that you put your time and effort and energy into building through all of your other marketing efforts, getting those clients in the door, and you've built that list. And that is an asset that you should be using to your benefit to keep your book full and to keep that consistency going. Social media is great if you enjoy doing that. It's a great marketing tool. There are other really good marketing tools out there, but most of them, you could get your account shut down tomorrow, but your email list is yours. So I say invest in your business asset and not creating content for all the social media platforms. I feel like that it's a good thing to do. I'm not against it, but it should be secondary to focusing on your own business and your own email list. And building that email list too. So that's probably another topic for another day. But as you're out and about, just always keep building your email list top of mind. If you're chatting with somebody about the fact that you're a massage therapist, it just comes up in conversation. Say, hey, would you like to join my email list? I'll pop you on there, and then you can learn more about what I do. If you go to a networking event, just focus on getting those email addresses and getting people into your world and into your system, because who knows, some of the people you talk to and meet might become clients. Some of them might 2 years from now buy 10 or 20 gift certificates for their whole staff. You just never know what's going to happen when you build your list. So email marketing absolutely works. Like Nicole was saying, people do open emails, and that email is in their inbox until they delete it. So sometimes it takes a few days for everybody on your list who's going to open that email to open it. People might save it as a reminder to themselves to book an appointment. So you won't always have a super noticeable result every time you hit send on an email campaign. Sometimes you might feel like a dud. And sometimes it might feel like magic, and you get like 5 bookings that day, and you're like, oh my gosh, this worked. So you kind of have to just stay the course and ride out the waves of, sometimes it's going to have a bigger result than other times, but just know that there's other types of results besides just getting that booking. There's a client who, feels like you care. There's that client who is reminded like, oh yeah, I have been meaning to book a massage. And now it's back on their mind. And then they, do it a few days later or whatever. So it's not something where, I don't know, it's not like a Coke machine where you put in $1 and you get something
Yeah.
but when you're consistent and you send those emails, your clients will start expecting them, looking forward to them, and I think you'll find that it does absolutely work. So let's look at some numbers and some math.
Oh, we love math.
Do you
Before
have
we
anything
do,
to add yet, Nicole?
yeah, I do actually have a couple of questions. I think we touched on
Uh-huh.
some interesting topics. Mainly, I was thinking about the misconceptions people might have about email marketing. I know, sometimes thinking as a receiver, sometimes you get emails and you care, sometimes you don't care. The thing is, like you said, I think it's so important what you said. The email is there, and whether people respond now or later, it's still that impact is not always what you expect. They might not book immediately. They might book like in 3 months' time, but it still has the impact. So what other misconceptions do you think people have against email marketing that we can help overcome?
Well, I think one really common misconception is that any kind of communication from a business is spam.
Hmm.
And so I think the way that we can get around that is to really focus on, providing value for our clients. What can we add to our email that's going to give them some value for their lives, whether or not they book?
Hmm.
And we'll look at that a little bit more when we talk about the types of emails. And value can mean all kinds of different things. It could just, feeling like somebody cares about me and how I feel is valuable.
Yeah.
So I think if we could get away from just sending promotional emails,
Hmm.
then we can put that fear to rest and have that nice balance of like really helpful content and relationship building emails. And then of course, we're always going to ask people like, hey, check my availability, book a massage if you need one. We always want to have those calls to action, but we can do that in a way that I think is very, very different than, like, I don't know. I used to be on the email list for Old Navy,
Oh, yeah.
and it was 3 to 4 emails per day about specials, discounts. And when a lot of people think of email marketing, that's what we think about.
Hmm.
So it would almost, if it helps you, just change the name of it in your mind to something else. Just put like my client communication plan, or ClinicSense has a really nice name for it's like, oh, the wellness update,
Wellness check-ins. Yeah.
wellness check-ins.
I
Yeah,
like
it's like,
that too.
yeah, it's a check-in with your client. And all of these types of emails, even though they're going to maybe a few hundred people, it's still a check-in with individual humans. And I think as long as we keep that in mind, that on the receiving end of this are real live people and our clients who we care about, that's going to come through in what we send.
Love
And
it.
I really believe in kind of that energetic part of emailing and marketing, that if that's our intention, that's how it will most likely be received. And there's also the part where just really letting go of, some people are going to think it's spam, and you can't control what other people think.
Yeah.
As long as you're doing your best and you feel good about what you're sending, then I think that's the best.
Yeah, I agree. If the intention is good, you can't please everybody, but you'll please the right people. You'll find your people doing what feels right for you. For someone just starting out, how
Mhm.
to go about building an email list, apart from the clients that you're getting in, are there any other tips for building a client list, an email list?
Well, certainly if you have a website, I would have some kind of form that people can fill out to join your list. And maybe even a simple promotion that goes with that, join our list and get 10 or $20 off your first appointment, or
Yeah.
get a free upgrade on your first appointment. So something really simple like that. So you can start building your list with people that are finding you from SEO. And then anytime you're out networking, I would just put that focus on building your list. And that's what I recommend instead of going to do, maybe you're doing a chair massage event, or you're going to a business expo of some sort. I would put the focus on building your list instead of booking appointments. I found that it works better.
Yeah. Love that.
And
The intention as well.
yeah, and people are much more likely to give you their email address to learn more. And then, hey, will you book $100 massage with somebody you
Just
just
so.
met this one second
Yeah,
ago?
that's true.
So it's an easier yes, for sure.
Amazing.
Yeah.
For anyone watching, just a reminder, feel free to pop any questions or comments into the chat at the bottom of your screen, bottom of the lunch note. All right, so shall we move on to some numbers?
Yeah, let's do some numbers.
Okay.
So I think it's common to have unrealistic expectations about email marketing. So I wanted to just give an example. Let's say you had a list of 300 subscribers. A 30% open rate would be excellent. So, 70% of people might not open your email every time. But guess what? Each time you send an email, some different people are opening it. So I think I just think it's nice to know that, 30% is great. If
Yeah,
you have
that's really good to
30%,
know. It's like a realistic number to feel like I'm doing okay. It's good.
and feel good about, like, instead of saying, oh, well, 210 people didn't even open it. Be
Yeah.
like, oh my gosh, 90 people cared about what I had to say today. And I always think about that too, because I'm like, well, when you're looking at a list and it's just like numbers, you're like, oh, 90, that's only this small percentage. But think about if you were in a room with 90 people and they were all interested in getting a massage from you, you would feel like overwhelmed.
Yeah, you'd be like, that's too much.
Yeah. So that's a really great open rate, and I think it's good to know kind of these statistics. A 10% click-through rate is excellent. So now with ClinicSense, can we see how many people have clicked on the links in our emails?
I don't think so. I'm not the expert, but I don't think so.
Right.
I can find out for us.
Okay, and either way is fine. I kind of think sometimes it's better not to know. Send it out there and go on with your life.
Put it into the
So,
universe and
but out of that 10% click-through rate, a realistic expectation would be 1 to 2 bookings.
yeah.
So, and overall, like the whole world, email marketing, and this counts like all the kind of like spammy email marketing as well. A 1 to 2% conversion rate is considered good once you really get into like the online marketing world. So
Yeah.
as massage therapists, though, we're marketing to people that know us, like us, trust us, have a relationship with us. So we can really expect, I think, anywhere from a 2 to 5% rate of return on email marketing, because it's different. But let's go with, I just said 1.5 bookings from this example. That would be $150 from that email that went out to 300 people.
For free.
What's that?
It was for free. You didn't put any money
Yeah,
into it and you got
yeah.
that
And
much out of
and once you have your system set up in ClinicSense, and it might be automated for one thing, or it might take you, 5 to 10 minutes to get that email typed up and sent out. So, but if you were consistent and did what I'm going to recommend, which is a 1 monthly newsletter and then a weekly availability reminder, that's 5 email sends per month. And at this low rate, that's $450 per month. Or at the higher rate, which I see most massage therapists more in that 3 to 5% range, it's $900 or more per month.
Wow.
from implementing this really simple system. However, that is over a little bit of time.
Mm.
You want your clients to get used to getting those regular newsletters and get used to getting those availability reminders.
Yeah.
But once they do, they'll kind of get on board with, oh yeah, I need a massage. Hey, I know what? I know my massage therapist is going to email me Sunday night. That's when I'm going to book. People will start expecting it. So, and the other thing I think is kind of cool is when it comes to email marketing, it is kind of a numbers game. So, if over time, if this number is 1,000 subscribers, you can see what happens to all these other numbers. They're going to triple. So, and then that also, there's another part with keeping your list clean,
Mm.
which isn't really on our topic today, but that would just be, I would remove people who, if a client has moved away or is not going to be coming in for whatever reason, just unsubscribe those people yourself so that the people that are receiving your emails are people who live in your area and are still interested in services. If a client hasn't come in maybe 2 to 3 years, you might consider just dropping them off of your email list so that your list is people who are interested.
Yeah, it also makes your stats a bit more reliable as well. You're sending to 300 people that actually are reading your emails. You're going to get a much more realistic. You can make more realistic goals, I guess, as well. Yeah, I like that. I like that tip to keep it clean. I was going to ask how often you should be sending emails. I know with ClinicSense, the time investment is actually quite small. You can set it up once, you set it and forget it, as they say, with the newsletters and availability and everything. You set it up once for as often as you want to send it. So say for example, your check-ins, you can set it up. Okay, we'll send it up for, if the person hasn't come in for 3 months, I know that email is going to go out. Is there a rate, how many emails you think we should be sending? Is there a golden number?
I don't think there's a golden number, but I think whatever you decide to do, build up your consistency. So I think for me, a minimum would be a monthly newsletter, a monthly, hey, this is what I have available for the upcoming month. Check my availability, just kind of getting people to your booking page. And then I would also add in the wellness check-ins and a couple more that we're going to talk about. So let's go to the next slide.
Okay, this takes us quite nicely. Sorry, I jumped the gun there.
So yeah, so we're definitely going to go into kind of answer this. So I would say twice a month to your whole list would kind of be my minimum.
Okay.
I feel like, and think this is something else you can think about as well, just from yourself, for yourself as a client perspective. If you have a service with somebody and then you don't hear from them for months and months and months, and then suddenly they pop into your inbox,
Yeah.
you're kind of going, who are you again? So that's where the consistency keeps that from happening. They're not like, okay, well, I haven't heard from you in 6 months. And now you're like, special offer, special offer.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I love the idea of doing a welcome email for new clients. And this is one that can you set this up automatically in ClinicSense?
I know you can do your I know you can do your check-ins. I don't know if you can do a welcome email. Maybe you can. Another thing for me to find out.
I think it's worth the time and effort to do this personally for new clients.
Yeah.
But what you can do is type up your welcome email, save it somewhere on your computer, on your Google Drive, where you can just paste it for each new client, add some personalization and send those welcome emails out. And this is where you're just gonna, it was so nice meeting you and working with you today. If you have any questions, here's where you can reach me. If you made some recommendations to them after their treatment, again, here are my recommendations for you. And then you can kind of just showcase what your business has to offer. So you might say, like, as we talked about, we have a membership program, we sell gift certificates, and you just want to kind of just let them know what you have to offer.
Yeah.
Here's where you can check out my blog. Here's where you can check out all of our different services, and just kind of welcome them to your practice and give them a little bit of a tour.
Mm.
And I think it's easy to go, oh, well, all that's on my website. People can just go there if they want to look at it. But I think it's nice to make it a little
Yeah.
bit more personal and share those links. They're much more likely to go there and check out all of your stuff if you send it to their inbox.
Yeah, it makes you feel so special as well,
Yeah.
getting any kind of like
Yeah.
personalized anything.
And so what I used to do many years ago at my spa is when I had a new client, I would give them a welcome packet. And it was a little plastic bag with some brochures and product samples. And so this is just kind of taking that concept on online.
Yeah.
So they don't have a bunch of papers floating around. Um, but but I was always surprised people would go home and they would go through that.
Oh,
And then
yeah.
they'd call with a question or they'd bring it back in and they'd be like, I want to do this prepaid package. And they'd have the flyer with them. So, people do look at the stuff that we send to them. Um, and then the regular availability updates. I think this one is super important. Um, not everybody can plan ahead. And so just sending those appointment updates. I like weekly. If you have openings the next week, I would send this for the next week because you want to try to fill those spots.
Yeah.
Um, Now, you can kind of combine these different things. You could do a quick tip and then your availability update if you don't want to just send book with me notice.
Yeah.
You could, and those are fun. So I have a document that I'm sharing with everybody who's come to this presentation, which is 100 ideas for your email marketing newsletters. So it could be something as simple as here's a YouTube video for you to help, to help you be healthy this week, and then your availability update. So you're giving that value. You picked a video on YouTube that's going to show them how to do a stretch, and then you're sharing your availability.
Yeah, this is amazing. I shared the link with you all in our chat, and it's literally a done for you list, 100 ideas. This is amazing. Thanks so much for sharing this. It's so cool. And getting
Um,
this on top of something like the availability, just like it's just another thing to go, oh, yes, okay, I think I will book.
yeah, it's just another, and it's just about being in the right place at the right time for your
Mm,
clients. Because I mean, we are all just so busy running around, you know, thinking, oh, I should book a massage, but you're in the carpool line, and then you're 20 other things, and then you're falling asleep at night, and you're like,
yeah.
massage again. And
Yeah.
so when you see that email in your inbox, that is just your client's, opportunity to go, I am doing this right now before I forget again.
Yeah. It's so handy. I am one of those people. I'll walk out of my massage and think that was the best thing ever. I should be doing this every week. Why am I not here every week? But then life gets in the way. So just
Yeah.
a gentle little reminder goes a long way. Even
Mhm.
for people who are organized, it's still super helpful because sometimes you can't plan so far ahead. For anyone that's using this feature in ClinicSense, you can set it to how often you want it to go out. So it scans your calendar for the next 2 weeks ahead, and then you can choose how often it gets sent out, weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly. And you can also choose who gets to receive this email. So super customizable. And I think they said it's it's the most popular feature for the clients. For people who use ClinicSense, their clients say they love this a lot. So it's the most loved feature because it's so helpful, so convenient, and it works.
Yeah. And I guess it's not spammy. I'm just gonna say that. It's not
Yeah.
spammy because you're
Yeah.
not sending it every day.
Yeah.
And I feel like it feels less spammy when you do it really consistently. Your clients know it's coming. If they don't need it, they just hit delete and it's no big deal. Um, So, and then the one I like is the monthly newsletter, and that's just going to be something that you put a little more effort into. Got a little more content. And so you could include things like, highlighting a benefit of massage, maybe highlighting one of your services. Um, you might put a little personal update in there, a class you recently took, something like that. I don't know, a picture of your puppy, whatever.
Yeah.
Something for fun, something kind of for fun that will build that connection.
Yeah.
Um, and then of course you want to do maybe any kind of reminders, like I'll be on vacation this week, so be sure to book before or after. And then again, you want to have your call to action, which is probably going to be book your next appointment, or during the holiday season, here's where you can buy your gift certificates, something like that.
Yeah.
So, and I like to do that like once a month. That feels doable, to put that together. And honestly, if it's taking you more than an hour to put together your monthly newsletter, you're overthinking it. Just think of something to put in it for this month. It could even be a link to an article from the Mayo Clinic about the benefits of massage, so we don't have to overly complicate it. You don't have to personally write a research article.
Yeah.
And then, so that's the third kind of email. And so I would say definitely all of those three. The fourth one is special offers. And these I feel like we're going to use kind of sparingly. We'll save them for the major holidays,
The holidays.
which for massage is the Christmas and winter holidays, Valentine's Day, Mother's Day would be my
Yeah.
big ones. Father's Day, okay, we'll throw the fathers in there too.
Yeah.
But that's where I would kind of focus my special offers. And just consider adding that to your regular things that are going out. You might add a little call to action about gift certificates, to your regular ones, and then sprinkle in a few more. So, and I feel like if we're doing all the other stuff really consistently, our clients aren't going to mind when we do have special offers that go out.
Yeah. Especially if they're getting the emails consistently, they know what you're doing, they know what you're about.
They
Kind
know,
of, you
oh
kind
yeah,
of
it's the
start to
holiday.
expect it.
There will
Yeah.
be a few extras.
Yeah.
Um, and then the fifth one I like is personalized follow-ups.
Yes.
And I wouldn't necessarily do these for every single client that comes in. I wouldn't do this for regulars unless they had something new or different going on with them that you wanted to follow up on.
Hmm.
But, clients that come in a few times a year and maybe you want to encourage them to start doing that more regular schedule, this is a great place to do a personalized follow-up, especially if they have an injury, they have a particular reason that they came in and you wanted to point them to some resources. So I'm always recommending 10-minute yoga to my clients, and these two physical therapists on YouTube, Bob and Brad. Because they have these great videos that'll like show you how to sleep if you have a shoulder injury.
Oh,
So
amazing. We need them.
yeah, I'm always recommending these videos to my clients. So that would be a great personalized follow-up, is just like, here, remember what we talked about, and I'd like to see you back in 1 to 2 weeks. Here's where you can book that.
Hmm.
And so you're just going to use those, just kind of, I would follow your intuition on when you have something to follow up on, send a follow-up.
Yeah, I think that's really good advice. I know follow-ups, they're so effective and helpful, but if you feel like you must send them, they can start to feel impersonal and
Yeah.
spammy, which is exactly what we don't want. So you'd recommend trusting your gut and sending them when you feel like they need to be sent.
Yeah. Yeah. If you have clients that are already every week or every month and they're coming back, they probably don't need it.
Yeah.
They know you care. So, and again, like we were talking about, for most of these, you can kind of create a template for yourself that, maybe it's a little more time and energy to create that to begin with. But then when you go to do your monthly newsletter, it's kind of like fill in the blanks.
Yeah.
Because you've already got your template, using those automation tools in ClinicSense. And then I like to batch stuff. If you came up with 12 monthly newsletter themes, you could sit down and probably in one day just get your monthly newsletters all pre-scheduled for the year and done.
Done. And you can do it. You can, schedule the stuff automated in advance, get it done, sit down for like 2 hours, get it all done. And then if you want to change something along the way, it's a lot easier than having to sit and trying to overthink it and overcomplicate it, like you say.
Yeah,
We do have a question from the group if you're happy to take it.
of course.
So Diane's asking how she can improve her CTA. She says she has a great open rate, but her click-through rates are low.
So is that clicking through to your booking pages would be my guess.
I assume.
Yeah. Well, I would say that's a really good sign if your open rates are good. That means people want to hear from you and they're reading your stuff. The second thing is, kind of like, are your clients booking online people, or maybe they're reading your newsletter and then sending you a text message or giving you a call, which would still count.
Yeah.
So for just general call to actions, I like ones that are a little bit more casual, like learn more here is one of my favorites. So maybe you're talking about your services and you want people to go and, see your new treatment or your new enhancements or something. So learn more here is less of a commitment than, book now.
Book now. Yeah.
So, or, just like see what's available. Again, it's a little more relaxed than book your appointment today, which you might use if you only have like 2 openings for the whole month. You might use a stronger one. So like just, hey, check out my availability. Go here to see whatever it is that you want people to go and see. So it also kind of depends on how comfortable your clients are with your online booking system. So if they're like, I don't, like they don't know how to do it, they don't have their thing set up, then you might do a little bit more of an explainer. And that might be a great thing. That'd be a great thing to put in a welcome email too. Or if maybe you've done online booking for a while, but not all your clients are using it. You might do a whole newsletter, like here's how to book your appointment online. It's 3 simple steps. I'm going to walk you through it. So that might be part of it, that people are like, oh, I'm just not comfortable booking online. I don't know how to use it. So then they're not clicking if they don't know how. So maybe some of those ideas will help.
Well, Diane says, love that. Thank you. She says, I think that's brilliant. It's finding out what the obstacle is and trying to solve it for them. If they don't know what to do next, maybe make it a bit simpler, or maybe have a little easier entrance to booking. This is my availability. This is my website. This is my service. These are my this. Or something else that's not too aggressive, and maybe helping them out to make the process a bit smoother. That's really good. Thank you.
And just kind of also, you can even say, hey, you know what? If you're not sure about booking online, let me know. And after your next appointment, we'll spend 15 minutes and I'll show you how to do it.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. Because we definitely want our clients booking online. It's going to save us so much time texting them back and forth, or even getting that, having the return calls. It's like, oh, please just book online.
Yeah, let's make it easier for both of us.
Yeah. So, so you guys grab that list of 100 ideas. It's really fun. You can go through it, highlight the ones you want to use, cross out the ones where you're like, oh, no way, that's not me.
Yeah.
And then use it to create your own ideas list.
I love
So,
that. A lot of people are saying, thank you very much for the list. It looks amazing, super helpful.
okay, good, good.
Do you
So,
have any other tips for automating and making the process easier? I know you said you actually template yourself a little bit for your email, so you have something prepared. Do you have any advice
mhm.
for making it easier for therapists to send more emails?
Yeah, I would say go, create your templates somewhere. You could do it in Word. I use Google Docs. That way nothing ever gets lost. And you could, you can just kind of type out your calls to action, create a folder. If you see something just as you're going throughout your day that you think might be good for a newsletter topic or something like that, just have some place where you chunk all that stuff.
Write it down.
It might be in your phone notes, but if you, because as massage therapists, we probably follow different health and wellness types of pages, maybe other massage therapists. Take a screenshot, have like an ideas folder. That's always fun to do. And if you see something where you're like, that's a cool idea, maybe I could do something similar, put it in your ideas folder. So, because the hardest thing is when you're like, it's the first Monday of the month, I'm supposed to send a newsletter, and you're sitting down and you're looking at a blank page. And all of a sudden it's like, I've never had an idea in my entire life.
I've never had an original thought.
So, and I kind of like to separate out like maybe a planning session and then a doing session. So there's so many tools out there, but I like to use ChatGPT and just say,
ChatGPT is saving us.
yeah, hey, what are ideas, some ideas for email newsletters? If you go to ChatGPT and ask, you'll see some of the ideas I gave you on the 100 ideas. How does ChatGPT help me with that list a little bit? And
Well, it
ChatGPT is great as an assistant. It can't do it for you. You'll
yeah.
sound.
Yeah, I agree. You can teach, like, it learns from your voice as well. You can take what it says. It's got all the like knowledge and make it your own.
Yeah.
On the topic of coming up with ideas, what are some of the subject lines that you find are most successful? Because I know that's super important. If you send someone an email, that's the first thing they're going to see. Is
Yeah.
there yeah, what is your advice there?
I guess my best advice would just be to try to make it not boring. So what I would say is maybe not like business name March newsletter. So something that's tell some of the benefits. What's in that newsletter? Everybody wants to know what's in it for me. So the title of your newsletter might be, you know, learn. Now I'm drawing a blank.
Something exciting.
Learn stretches you can do at your desk.
Yeah, that's good. That will get me to open it.
Yeah. Um, your availability reminders, that might be a little harder to come up with something creative, especially if you're automating it.
Hmm.
But something like you need a massage, click here. If you need
Yeah.
a massage, open me.
Yeah.
So I would say just try to have a little bit of fun
Yeah.
and experiment. Over time, this is the great thing about being really consistent, is over time you'll kind of start to get a feel for what people respond to. And I've been doing email marketing for, I don't know, over 20 years in some form or another. And sometimes I send out stuff that I'm like, oh my gosh, that was such a snooze fest. It was It's not a great subject line, but I'm like, but I did it. It's out there. Moving on.
Yeah. They say whenever you're trying something, you should just fail spectacularly and learn from that. The only
Yeah.
way you can get better or learn what your people want is to try. How would you say, how much has your email marketing changed over the years, and what is different now from before?
I think the biggest thing is really when I realized there's no right way to do it and I can be myself. So, and if you don't mind, I'm going to segue into some summit stuff, because
Oh,
one of our summit
absolutely.
one of our summit speakers, Erin Stebbins, her presentation is on being authentic in your marketing and being yourself. And I really think that goes just hand in hand with everything we've talked about today.
I love that.
The biggest thing that I feel like can hold us back is trying to do things right and getting into that perfection paralysis situation. Done is always better than perfect.
Yeah. And people want real, people want authentic. So just
Yeah.
go for it.
And people are understanding, stuff goes out, the link doesn't work, you're learning. You just have to resend it.
Yeah.
Get the
And
little
that's fine.
oops, the little oops, then your subject line is oops,
Oops.
sorry.
And that's not boring. That is, in fact, quite entertaining. So,
So, yes, so I hope you guys will all come and join us at the 2024 Massage and Spa Success Online Summit. We have 32 speakers this year, and Nicole is one of them, which I'm very excited about.
yay.
Just a huge variety of topics, lots of business and marketing, lots of techniques and hands-on things, mindset, self-care. I think it's going to be so much fun. And
Yeah, there's so many cool topics I'm really excited about. I'm so honored to be a part of it. Can you tell them a bit more about the origin of it? How did you start this?
well, the origin is I've been doing these online summits since 2018,
Hmm.
which I started with the marketing summits with my friend Tim Cooper. And we were just both in teaching marketing for massage therapists in that space and just knowing how needed it is. So yeah, we decided to put together a summit and get a bunch of experts together because of course, like I have my little niches and things I like to talk about, like gift certificate sales, email marketing, but I'm not great at talking about SEO or just some of the or even social media marketing. That's just not really my main thing. So I wanted to just bring together some of these amazing people in the industry. And I just love collaboration. I'm like, why not bring all of us get together and that way we reach everybody else's people. So it's just a way of expanding and sharing with more people. So, and it's
Yeah, I love
and I
it.
love a big project.
Bring on the projects. No,
Yes.
it's so good. The collaboration for the win. We're all in this together, and the more we can learn from each other, honestly, the better.
Mhm.
I added into our chat a link for you all to get tickets to the summit. It is free. It's going to be so good. It's soon at towards the end of September. It's already September. I forgot. I thought it was
Yeah.
not yet September. So grab your free tickets. The link is there. Gail, where can people find you if they want to know more or anything about what you've discussed today?
Yeah. So my website is Elevate with Gael, spelled GAEL.com. You can head over there. If you go to the homepage, I have a button that takes you to resources for massage therapists. So check that out. You can grab my free ebook, get your summit ticket, and then you'll be on my list and you will certainly hear from me regularly.
And then you can steal Gail's email ideas from the emails you get from her.
So, yeah, thanks so much. This is so
Amazing. Thank you so much. I feel like the time went so quickly. There's so many little golden nuggets you shared with us. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. If anyone has any questions that you didn't get the time to throw into the chat today, just send me a message, send Gail a message. Let us know. We'd love to hear from you. But otherwise, hopefully, Gail, we'll see you soon. We'll definitely see you at the summit. Thank you so
sounds
much.
good. Yes, see you there. Bye.
Bye.